Welcome back, Green Wave faithful. This is Jake Hoffman coming to you with Season 3 of Sideline Sports. We will get game day insight and sideline strategy for St. Edward's coaches and their players here on Wave Radio. Joining me today is varsity starting defensive tackle number 66, Mason McGraw, and starting offensive guard number 51, Owen Gill. Thanks for coming down today, guys.
Yeah, no problem.
Thanks for having us.
Green Wave fans are thrilled to be returning home after spending the last 2 weeks on the road. Green Wave Hall is buzzing in anticipation of the huge crowd of alumni and the faithful expected to fill the stands tonight as we celebrate St. Edward's homecoming 2018 against the Elmwood Park Tigers. The Tigers come into this week's contest with a 3-0 record, including a 42-13 win over conference rival the Ridgewood Rebels. Now, Mason, you're starting at DT this week for the defense. It's reported that the Tigers like to run an untraditional offensive formation with two tight ends up in a receiver's stance right next to the tackles. One of the Tigers' go-to plays is to have a reverse using fullback number 9, Luciano Martino, who's built to pounce like a true Siberian tiger at 5'11" and 247 pounds. How do you foresee pressure from the defensive line will help with stopping Martino on the counters?
Well, I'm a pretty big guy, so I feel like whenever I'm on the line, I just crash my gap. If I clog up that hole, he won't really have anywhere left to go. I'll help trap him in with the rest of my brothers coming in and get him the kill.
Definitely coming in and getting the kill. It's like what Coach Mark used to say, be the hunter or hunted. Now, Mason, I have a question. This year, you were a junior last year. How does it feel this year knowing as a senior you've been starting a lot this year? Has it been any different than coming in as a reserve in the past?
Yeah, it's been really different. It's definitely more fun. I definitely enjoy the games a lot more starting. And I feel like I actually help contribute towards our team's success when I'm in more.
Well, thank you, Mason. And Owen, you're typically assigned to play guard on the offensive line. This week, the coaches have asked you to play tight end and fullback for a newly designed offense that uses an extra blocker on the outside of the line. Can you tell us more about how you're planning to tackle your assignment for this offense?
Well, I've been taught in the past just to look forward and hit the guy with the opposite jersey. So that's pretty much what I'm going to do. I'm going to look forward, and the first person I see in an opposing jersey, I'm just going to take down.
Owen, has there been any nerves knowing that you're a sophomore and you've been starting the whole season on the offensive line as well as getting your shots in at defense? Has it been crazy to think, did you ever foresee this, that your sophomore year you'd be starting in a varsity game? How did that feel?
Well, I never thought that starting a varsity as a sophomore, I never thought that would be a possibility for me. Now, I've always been a pretty big dude, and I expected to start junior year, but as a sophomore, it come as blindside. And when Coach Rowe told me that I was starting, it was like a dream come true for me.
Well, thank you, Owen. And Owen, they don't call you Big Red for nothing, man. Well, Mason and Owen, thanks for sharing your game day insight with us today. The Green Wave faithful, past and present, will be rowdy and ready for the big win tonight in our first conference game of the regular season. Best of luck, guys. This is Jake Hoffman signing off for another edition of Sideline Sports. Be sure to tune in next week for more game day insight from St. Edward's coaches and players as the Green Wave take it on the road once again for Week 5 Saturday afternoon matchup against the Guerin Prep Gators.